Macca's Guides.
Hey everyone, Macca here. Welcome back to Crash Bandicoot for the 100% walkthrough as I take you through every level and show you how to grab all of the gems. This is our second to last video, possibly the longest and maybe the hardest level out of all of them. This level does have the Gem Gauntlet, which means we need all 4 of the color gems, including the red gem from Insanity Peak, the green gem from Hit the Road, the blue gem from Dragon-On, and the yellow gem from Run It By You. Right at the very beginning, don't forget the 4 crates that are right behind us, as in all my videos, I will show you at almost every checkpoint how many crates I have, so that you can follow along knowing you have everything and not having to worry until the end of the level to see if you have everything. After these TNT blow up, I'm going to have 28 out of the 273. This level also includes what I believe to be the hardest bonus level of the game, but luckily we can die in those as many times as we need. As always, to get all the gems, we will need 80% of the wumpa fruit, which for this level is very difficult. Make sure you're not losing wumpa fruit that you should be getting easily. You'll also need all of the crates, which I obviously show you. The hidden gem is at the end of this gauntlet, and die under 3 times to get that last gem, 0 times to get the perfect relic. If you have all those colored gems, this secret room will open up and we'll enter with 40 out of 273. There's a lot of boxes in here and a lot of wumpa fruit to grab, so we're going to try our best to grab most of it. Additionally, you have to do this entire section from beginning to end without dying, as there are no checkpoints until you come out of this completely. Go into the green gem gauntlet with 53 crates. Also, if you die multiple times while trying this, you will be granted masks, which will make it easier, but I'll be making sure to show you it exactly as if you didn't have any masks that you weren't supposed to. For this first green gauntlet room, it's honestly pretty easy. If you're struggling with this, you're going to really struggle with some of the later ones, so keep that in mind. For this, we want to slide under, go left, land on the ledge, and then slide again, and then grab the extra box up and to the left. I will also try to bounce on the boxes that have multiple hits to get as many fruit as possible from them, just to be safe. I do end up with over 100 extra than I need to, but it's always better to be safe than sorry when it comes to getting these gems. Once you're in this position, you can use these boxes to jump up, or you can just blow them up and then slide, double jump your way up. It doesn't really matter what you do with those nitro crates, but as you enter the red gauntlet, you should have at least, or you should have exactly 81 crates. Here you will have your first mask, which is pretty useful. We're going to try our best to hold on to it, as there is a very tricky jump that is coming up. Also, if you're really struggling, you can just slide into this TNT to blow it up and burn your mask. I probably would not recommend it though. For here, you do have to do the wall jump immediately after it comes up and then double jump over the nitro. Here, there are a lot of boxes, so there's going to be one if you're coming into the screen on the right hand side, one near the end of the rail on the left side, and then one above the end of the rail, kind of above the doors. So make sure we grab all of those boxes before exiting out towards the yellow gauntlet. There's also a wall run, which is very specific on the timing to exit this area, and you'll want 96 crates as you leave this area. Watch out for these electricity bugs as well. This yellow gauntlet is what I believe is the hardest one in my opinion. There's a very specific jump we'll need to do, and there's a double jump we'll need to do that I believe is a little bit luck. You can definitely get good at timing it, but I just never found myself too consistent with it. You will have to slide across this. You have to spin the rat into the nitro, but just watch out. Don't get too close to that nitro so you don't take any damage. Here, what we'll need to do is swing and then go here. Watch out for the enemies. And then for this TNT coming up, you want to slide, double jump into it, and then just allow yourself to be picked up by the swing, and then it shouldn't damage you this way. This section right here is what I believe is the hardest and where I've personally lost the most lives during this gauntlet. What I want to do is spin away the bottom crate to start the TNT, jump on the platform behind me, and then double jump over to get inside. To get outside after getting all the crates, you just have to really time your jump. It is pretty tricky, and you have to make sure you do a small jump, so just press the jump and do not hold it. And if you time it perfectly, you should get through. That should bring us into the blue gauntlet with 114 crates, and the blue gauntlet is by far the easiest. All you have to do is jump on top of one of the crate cars on the rail and ride it until the end. At the very end, you will have to double jump off in order to make sure you don't get dunked into the water. The double jump itself is not very difficult at all, and if you want to be super safe, you can slide off the minecart, which will give you a little bit more distance on that double jump. But it really isn't too bad. And at the very end here, we will find our hidden gem. This is the hardest hidden gem in the game, and we still have our 114 out of 273 crates, and we can now continue forward. Hopefully you carried your mask with you just in case, as you definitely want to make it towards the next checkpoint. Here there are a couple of boxes, and make sure we take out both of those rats, but otherwise this section should be pretty straightforward until the next checkpoint. Just make sure you are timing your jumps adequately. $121 crates at this checkpoint, and another couple of series of decently easy jumps in my opinion. Just make sure you are triggering the TNT when possible. I do like to double jump over the electricity instead of sliding under it. I found personally I was more consistent with it. There are a couple of hidden crates here, and there is also a golden wumpa fruit to the left, which we'll grab just to make sure we have enough wumpa fruit by the end of our run. And then we can work our way back, watching out for the rat and all of the other enemies in the way. Unfortunately, I did get hit by the rat, but I should have double jumped and went above him. At this checkpoint, 135 out of 273, and just spin away the electricity bug by timing it. Make sure to grab this crate and then just ride the platform. You do have to be a little specific here, but it isn't too hard. This part's probably the easiest part of the level. We should be at 142 in the crates as soon as we reach this checkpoint, and then we can go into the bonus level. This bonus level isn't particularly hard in my opinion, but it has to be pretty specific in terms of how you approach it. Additionally, there are a lot of golden wumpa fruit that you can easily burn if you're not careful, so we're going to try our best to grab all of them when we can. For example, here you can go back to grab that golden wumpa fruit that I skipped. In case you have a lot less than me, this is definitely a good strategy. Here at the end, you also want to make sure that you grab the golden wumpa fruit, just in case. And then we can clear out all the TNT, and we can work our way back through the level now that we've cleared the nitro, and eventually work our way to the end again with 44 out of 44 to get to, I believe, 186 out of 273. This section coming up, I think, is pretty easy, but there are a lot of crates that are just kind of hidden right off of camera. Like, for example, up and to the left of where we entered, there's a couple hanging out above the rail, and there's a couple hanging out kind of everywhere. So we're going to make sure to grab all of them just to, you know, be at 100%, but they aren't necessarily hard. They're just a little out of your regular camera view.
What must I do to prove myself? Mother's name, Sharon.
At this checkpoint, we were at 225 out of 273, and I actually believe this could be one of the harder checkpoints if you're not careful. It is pretty short and sweet, and there aren't many dangerous jumps. However, it is just pretty easy to make a mistake, and if you make a small mistake in this section, the chances of you falling off the level are very high. Additionally, there was a flashback tape right there if you were at 0 deaths. Unfortunately, this run is edited, so I do not have 0 deaths. I will come back to that one day. Now, at the end here, we're just going to go through, make sure to spin away the bats, time these platforms, and you should be pretty good to go. At the end, there will be 4 crates, as well as the nitro box to grab any of the nitro boxes we may have missed, which I missed quite a few. Obviously, you don't want to be grabbing nitro boxes. That's usually not a good thing. And you should have a mask with you just in case if you made a couple of mistakes or if you brought it forward with you from an earlier section of the map if you haven't gotten hit yet. Otherwise, you should work your way through the level, and congratulations, you have now completed what I believe is the hardest level in the game to get all of the crates in. And thank you so much for watching. I hope this video was helpful. Special thanks to everyone on Patreon for supporting the show, and hopefully I see you in my final video. Peace.